Hi, welcome to ShowMeTheCurry.com. I'm Hital.
I'm Anuja, and today we're going to show you how to make double chocolate brownies. Double the pleasure and double the chocolate.
Yep, who doesn't like brownies? Yeah.
Yes. So a few things, a very easy recipe, but a couple of things before we get started. One is our oven is on at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 180 degrees centigrade, all ready to go. Number two, we've got an 8-inch pan over here, baking pan, which is already buttered, greased with butter, and ready to go. Over to you, Hital.
Alrighty, so I have a large glass bowl. Doesn't have to be glass, but you want a mixing bowl. And in here, we're gonna break 3 large eggs. So we're gonna add 1 3/4 cup of plain white sugar, 1/4 teaspoon salt, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And I'm going to whisk until the sugar is all blended together properly.
And now while Hital is doing that, we have some unsweetened chocolate that we're going to use. You can buy this again at a grocery store. We're using the unsweetened, and it's 5 ounces exactly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just chop it, not super fine, but just rough chop it so it's easier to melt.
Okay, the mixture looks completely blended. The sugar is not going to melt all the way, but that's okay. So our eggs and sugar have been mixed together well, and now we're going to melt the chocolate using a double boiler method. So I have a pot of water that's already simmering up there.
So for the double boiler, what we're going to melt on the double boiler is chocolate that I chopped and 1.5 cups of butter that we've just cubed. So I'm just going to add it on together here and take it over to the double boiler and melt it on that. So the water is in there and it's simmering. And I'm going to put this on the top, but make sure that the water does not touch the bottom of your pot which has the chocolate in it. So if you just wait for a minute or so, you'll see all the chocolate and the butter just melting. So just give it a couple of, just a minute or so, and we'll start whisking after that. Okay, I think I can see the butter melting. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Now we're just going to do this till the chocolate and the butter all melts. This is done, all the lumps are gone. I'm going to turn off the stove and take out the top boiler and keep it aside and let it cool down just a little bit.
So we've been waiting for a few minutes until the chocolate syrup or sauce kind of cools down, because if you put hot chocolate into your eggs, you're going to have scrambled eggs.
Chocolate scrambled eggs.
Chocolate scrambled eggs. You don't want to do that. So let it cool down, and it can be warm. It's okay. It's not going to curdle it and scramble it, but not too hot. So here's our mixture. I'm going to give it one more mix.
And while Hital's whisking that, I am going to put the chocolate syrup in, and she will carry on whisking it. Don't stop. That looks so good, doesn't it?
Already.
Yep.
So mix it in well. And any aggression that you have, get it out now. Because once we add the flour in there, you want to be very gentle. So get everything mixed in as well as you need to beforehand.
So at this point now we're going to add in the all-purpose flour, and it is unbleached flour, and it is 1 1/3 cup of flour, and we're going to sprinkle it in.
And gently whisk.
Oh man, I'm tired. My arm is hurting.
This is a hefty mixture, let me tell you.
Oh boy.
So I'm going to tap out all of the batter from here, and we're going to switch to a spatula. So I'm just going to scrape down the sides. Okay.
Okay. And we have 1/2 cup of chocolate chips, semi-sweet, or you can take white ones, or you can take bitter ones, whatever you prefer. And just kind of sprinkle them in, and we'll just gently fold them in so that they don't fall to the bottom. And we have the greased pan. The mixture goes in there.
And we're just going to take the pan and just kind of tap it into place, make sure it goes evenly on all the corners.
So it goes into the oven. Of course, the oven is already heated up, and it goes into the middle of the oven and for about 30-35 minutes. But everybody's ovens are different, so keep an eye on it.
So when you approach the last about 5 minutes of cooking time, just take a toothpick and poke it right into the center of the brownies. Pull it out, and this is not a cake, so it's not going to come out completely dry, but it'll come out like a little crumbly, but still it won't be wet. So look out for that. Once it comes out a little crumbly, it's done.
So our brownies took exactly 31 minutes. We did a little toothpick test and it was perfect. And we took it out, allowed it to cool down, and we're ready to cut now.
All right, it's my favorite part. So this recipe makes 16 good-sized brownie squares.
So just loosen the edges so it's easier to take them out. Look at it. Ah,
Perfect chocolatey goodness.
absolutely.
Now, when you want to store brownies, in case you don't gobble this up immediately, is make sure it's completely cool, and then just put it in a container that has a tight fitting lid, and you can keep it in the fridge, or you can keep it outside at least for a day. But if you're going to keep it longer than that, just keep it in the fridge, and you can warm it up in the microwave for just a few seconds.
Yep, and
Be
brownies
perfect.
and ice cream, perfect combination.
Perfect.
So if you like this recipe, remember to subscribe to us. We send out emails every time there's a new recipe. It's absolutely free. And share our website with your friends and family.
So enjoy your delicious double chocolate brownies, and join us again on another episode of ShowMeTheCurry.com.
Adding a pinch of spice to your life.